Mr. Henry Archuleta joining me.
Oh my gosh.
So nice to have you.
We didn't plan the color.
We didn't shave. We didn't.
You would think we're in the military. Well, we are.
But we were.
In a different way.
That's right. Everything is about resistance sometimes, and this is one of those times. But listen, I just want to share something with you guys. I talk about my book, The Caregiver's Handbook, every week, and I've never done this, but this is why you need to own this book. These are the chapters in this book, and tell me if they resonate with you at all, okay? So, starts out, Amanda's unforgettable birthday, Wednesday, June 21st, 2026. Surgery and prognosis, Tuesday, June 22nd. ICU waiting room, Friday, June 23rd. Recovery, Sunday, June 24th. Chemotherapy. It could have been worse, Wednesday, September 19th. The decline. Support group. Our first trip to California. How to alienate everyone you know. Hey, sound familiar? A second trip to California. A feeling like no other. Have you been knocked down? What do you do now? The stepchild of all cancers. Depression. Pain and grief. Etiquette. Never ask a dying man how he's doing. I've learned that most men are asses. Stranger than fiction. Forgiveness and closure. She should have been dead by Friday. The magnitude of solitude. The dance. Family dynamics. Serve others, serve yourself. Poor, poor, pitiful me. I'm nobody's hero. Is there life after death? A most beautiful death. And then it's followed by some, in gratitude and loving hands of grace, references for further reading. Guys, I'm telling you, you have a very, very high chance, a high likelihood of someone in your family needing care. And the likelihood of you being a caregiver is very, very high. So please, get this book in your hands. Reach out to me at laneman09@comcast.net. I will get a copy signed and in your hands in the next 5 to 7 days. Guys, you know that I always have a shout out for Kalma. I did not get their anthology, but the Kalma anthology is always available. You know that this is Native American History Month. Although it never gets much recognition, it is here and it is important. Guys, something else I want to talk about. I've talked about this book on the show before, The Hate Next Door. Boy, oh boy, guys, you got to read this book. I'm just going to take a minute. I'm going to read a couple of lines from this book because it really, really inspired me. So, the author of this book, Matson Browning, is at a dinner at his wife's family's house, and he's been doing undercover work in white supremacist groups up in Mesa, Arizona, which is almost all Latino and black. But he has found a nest of white supremacists. And so here we go. He went and he met this guy, Chris, and he says, literally, I sat down to shake his hand when I saw a tattoo with the number 88 around his forearm. Remember, 88 equals HH equals Heil Hitler. Nice tattoo, I said. He bent down nonchalantly and pulled his sock down. Here's another, he said. That tat depicted a man with a shaved head in prison cell trying to pull the bars apart to push his head through. It was surreal. I looked around and found that I was the only one in the room concerned. Now I'm going to skip down a couple of lines. This is a quick break for a peek behind the curtain. When Tawny, his wife, and I first submitted our outline for this book, our new literary agent advised, you can't have all these skinheads appearing in your life all at the same time. It's like the world in Mesa was somehow filled with skinheads overnight. No one will believe it. It was good advice. Listen to this. The truth was somehow hurting our true story. The truth was hurting our true story. But to us, the whole Phoenix Valley was filled with skinheads overnight, and there was nothing paranormal or fictional or chronologically challenged about it. They had been there all along. We just didn't know what to look for. That's why you need to look at this book, Why White Supremacists Are All Around Us and How to Spot Them. Not the boots, not the tattoos, not the extreme haircuts, not the music. It was as if our eyes had been opened to a whole new reality, which now included neo-Nazis shopping at the mall or catching a smoke outside a local restaurant. Once you saw it, you could never unsee it. Or perhaps a better metaphor would be that it was as if a light had flipped on in my head and there were roaches scurrying everywhere. This is why it's so important for more of us, all of us, to recognize the signs and symbols, the uniform of the modern white supremacist. Yes, our world was suddenly crawling with skinheads, and I too quickly found myself eating dinner beside one. Man, I'm telling you, this book, you cannot put it down. So just wanted to throw that out there. Now, another announcement. Guys, on Saturday, November 22nd, in a couple of weeks, there's going to be a big event. It's hosted by the Adams County Sheriff's Department. Turkey, serving up Thanksgiving spirited operations. Freebird helps local families prepare for the holidays. In its 21st year of holding its event, the Adams County Sheriff's Office hopes to feed over 1,000 families. Now, before I get to the details, tell me a little bit about that history, Henry. 1,000 families this year.
Well, actually, last year they fed 1,300, and they got 2,800. So with us pushing them, we're going to push hard. You can make donations to the Adams County Sheriff's or Operation Freebird and help them. We're going to try to feed 3,000 people this year.
I was just telling Henry, what if they have 5,000? You better bring a basket of bread and a bunch of fish.
Now, that's so funny, and that's real. Because they're going to offer all these vouchers too to go get food from the Food Bank of the Rockies. Of course, the Food Bank of the Rockies is a well operating machine. They know how to do it. They're going to have the big trucks there. Everything's going to be in boxes. Everything's looked over. You get your voucher for your turkey as well as the box full of goodies and stuff for your Thanksgiving dinner, as well to carry you over for an entire week. So this ain't just about Thanksgiving. We're going to extend it all the way for a week of food. And everybody's heard now that this interesting supposed person we have in that office.
I call him Drama Trump.
And why in the heck do we have him in there and not arrest him by now? I mean, the things he's done now, he didn't even get any kind of stuff to throw down the White House, but he forgot there's all this asbestos and stuff in there.
Yeah, it's become apparent to me that his two agendas are, one, greed, and two is cruelty. Now, you mentioned something about this new White House wing.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he stiffed the contractor? I love it. I bet he ain't magging no more.
There's one other thing about this. He didn't fulfill his full obligation. He should have just took that whole White House down.
For what he's done?
Well, no, just take it down. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What's that White House for anyway?
Absolutely.
It has so much negativity.
It was built by slaves. I mean, and we talk about liberty and justice for all. I'm sorry, but when I saw Colin Kaepernick bend down, Henry, I was with him 100%. And I'm not sorry.
And why
I was
they
with
go
him.
blackball him because of that?
Yeah.
And now, okay, everybody can kneel for what? I mean,
yep.
You kneel and you get in trouble. You stand
Yep.
up, you get in trouble. Anything you do, if you're black or Hispanic, brown or whatever, they go after you.
And it's been that way. It's not new.
And what's so cool is this mayor that got elected. They're trying everything to label him Muslim.
Oh, man, I saw Elon Musk this morning.
And they're trying to label him. Okay, so if they labeled him, well, what about that Qatar jet and that Muslims in the Air Force One and all?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
You know, I'm not a fan of Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan was interviewing Elon Musk. And Elon Musk says, well, that Mamdani, he's such a swindling guy. And he goes, well, what has he done to swindle? And he goes, Elon Musk, you are the swindler. He's the only swindler I saw.
You're swindling by putting this felon up front, and that's your puppet up front.
Yes.
Well, you get, what, $4 billion, $3 billion to blow up rockets?
Yep.
Give me that kind of money. I'll blow up rockets. That's easy.
Tell me.
We'll go blow up some firecrackers and claim it cost $2 billion.
Yep. I mean, it's lip service. Hey, I want to say one more thing about what I was just reading about 88. Guess what? The two flags that are going to be placed in front of his infamous ballroom are going to be topped with Nazi eagles.
Serious?
I'm telling you, you got to look at this.
Yeah.
Look this up. Also, Google it for yourself. Those flagpoles are each 88 feet tall.
What if he don't finish the ballroom?
I don't think he's going to because
I don't either.
well, I don't even think he's going to refund the money for the SNAP benefits that he has to return or the tariffs.
The SNAP benefits, I think the money is not there. I think he took it.
He took it.
Yeah.
I think I mean, how else did he? Well, he didn't pay for the East Wing. But I'm telling you, greed is his
Yeah, you
his
just
agenda.
took down that whole White House. What's the
I'm
point?
telling you.
What's the point?
I'm telling
And then
you.
build a blue house.
Make it a brown house.
A brand new brown house. That would look great. No, really
Hey,
think about that.
I think that's. Hey,
Full of
before I forget,
asbestos.
I better get to the details of this Thanksgiving dinner. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
it's
Henry.
gonna be
Forgive me.
good. No, you're
Okay.
okay.
The annual Operation Freebird event takes place on Saturday, November 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain States Toyota, 201 West 70th Avenue. Guys, write that down in your calendars. The 22nd of November, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain States Toyota, 201 West 70th Avenue. If you are on SNAP benefits, and if you're not, if you're struggling like most Americans are, take advantage of that time. Go out there, even if you want to shake hands with a few public, community activists. Be there. Be there.
Now, here's the good thing about that event. With the only thing you gotta get there early because people are now there.
They're packing it in. Yeah.
5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, making sure that they get some of this food. And it shouldn't be like this. This
No.
is the United States of America. What happened here?
We shouldn't have 2-block long food bank lines, Henry.
What's wrong here?
I mean, no, there's something absolutely wrong. What's happening is that they call themselves the elite class. I call them the parasite class. The parasite class was like this, and the rest of the world was like this. But now, the parasite class is like this, and the rest of the world is like this. And what's happening is there is enough for everybody, but there's just not enough to feed the greed.
And that's right. The greed is so, billions of dollars to another country.
Yep.
What was that about?
Argentina?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, his buddy is down there with his stocks, and he invested all into Argentina. He got in hot water, so the goat went and bailed him out.
Yeah. And you know what? It comes down to 4 words. Well, 3.
Well,
Follow the money. We got a guy who's declared himself judge, jury, and executioner.
He's blasting people out of the
blowing
water.
people up with no evidence. I mean, due process is not even a freaking thought. You have the right to boom.
You scared the hell out of me.
When
There
I read-
goes, I gotta go to the restroom. I just pooped my pants too.
I got toilet paper in my bag. Hey, I'm telling you, when I read my wife books, every book that I have on the show, I read the whole book out loud to my wife, and when I get to an exciting scene, I'll do that. Boom! And
She's up on the ceiling. Stop that.
that's all about enjoying life, But
Now,
yeah,
you talk about all this stuff, and we both have lived a long time. We've both watched all these different presidents do all these crazy things, and they're government. That's how they pound on the people. And that's how they keep you in check. And they use right now they're using the digits and the crypto and all these other things to hold you down now. And once they take away your money, which they're doing, they're starving the air traffic controllers. Scales go. She says, "I'm down to fumes. I can't get to work now. I have no money for gas or nothing."
planes are falling out of the sky.
Now, why are they blaming the Democrats?
And just after they got rid of DEI, planes start falling out of the sky. Gosh, you can make a poem out of that.
Let's do for the drama class.
All right, drama it
Okay,
is.
so, I'll be the Speaker of the House. Them Democrats just will not open. They're starving our military. They're starving our government people. Just open up the government. It's like.
Mr. Johnson, you got to get off a grinder. Mr. Johnson, you don't tell all of the facts. The fact of the matter is, you are holding up all of these funds so that you don't have to give the benefits that we have all earned. They're not entitlements. They are rightful things that we have every right to.
And they
Why
don't
are you
belong to
holding
him.
this up?
They don't belong to him.
They're not yours to lose. They're not yours to give away. They're the American people's.
That's right.
We are about 16 days away from default. I'm talking about collapse. I'm not talking about depression. I'm talking about default. When the United States defaults, guys,
It's over.
we don't even know what that means. But it's not good.
The thing about us, though, Paul, you and I can attest to this. We know how to live poor.
Yep.
We know how to make beans, and if we need to hunt a rabbit and make some stew or whatever,
Yeah.
we know how to do these things.
Yep.
A lot of the people don't. They're so dependent on living in their nice cars or nice homes, paying their mortgages, having their good jobs, and just being
Mm-hmm.
and then they turn around and say, "Oh, those illegal immigrants are getting all this free health care.
Mhm.
That's bullshit. We're not. Even the Americans aren't getting health care.
You're being deceived. You're being deceived.
We're not even getting health care. How could they be getting health care?
How could they be getting health care? Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go pull a lady out of the daycare center and knock the hell out of her. That illegal immigrant.
Oh, man.
Come here the right way.
You know, it just never ends. It never ends. You know, 4 years we lasted through his last administration, and every day was a new scandal. Every day was a new corruption event. Every day was a way, another opportunity for him to take advantage of, to use, to misuse the system to his advantage. What makes you think anything has changed?
Sending the military into the
To American cities.
Oregon took him out. They put all those people dressed in little costumes.
Oh yeah.
And
oh yeah.
He had to. Oh, they're burning the city down. What the hell are you talking about? They chased him out finally. They put a permanent ban to send the military in there.
And that's how every city needs to be.
The mayor of New York, they keep trying. He just laughing. You ain't gonna do this here. You're gonna be banned out of here. You're not gonna come and disrupt. New York is too condensed. You know, it's too tight. And the people come out fast and they just stop and block. Now, these people they're hiring are just thugs off the street. They're just trying to, and they can't even do push-ups. They can't even run very fast.
And you see these guys that standing there and their bellies hanging out. I call it the dicky do. Should I say it?
Go for it.
With their belly hang out more than their dicky do. They are, man. They look like they're overfed. They look like they're under served. I mean, served. I mean, these guys they definitely.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the
dogs. They're eating the dogs. They're eating something, and lots of it. I'm telling you, man, when you see these ICE agents and then you see them pulling women out of cars, a woman was having a seizure and they pulled her child out of her arms. They shot a woman 5 times, and the guy's on the run in the ICE vehicle with no license plates, and they're going to get him. But you know what? The words, "I was just following orders," aren't going to protect you. If you are an ICE agent, the words are not going to protect you. Justice is coming for you because you know what? This last election, oh baby, and I know we're bouncing around a little bit. The last election was very convincing. There was not one red state. Deep Mississippi flipped to no more supermajority. No more supermajority in Georgia. Virginia, they've typically been blue. Every seat in Georgia was won, in Virginia was won by a blue candidate. And 2 women governors. Oh baby.
God.
You guys know I'm a feminist. I'm loving this. It's time for the matriarch to come on and to take its place and for the male ego to be erased and put away.
And just in New York City, his team is all female.
And it's great.
You could see it. It's like, what the heck? He came out and, you know, that's why he won overwhelmingly. You know that Como, really? It's over.
Oh, man. Think about this. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Think about this. 9 billionaires, including the Walmart family, the ones that own the Denver Broncos, all chipped in millions. Well, they only put $700,000 from the Walton family. But Bloomberg, Democrat, put in over $2 million in that race against Mandami.
Yes, and it didn't work.
Why? 2%. They've got a 2% tax, and they're so threatened by that, they're going to move out of New York. Bye.
That's right.
2%, you're billionaires, you're millionaires. 2% ain't going to harm you. It's not going to make you any less rich or anyone else.
Well, that's why they're billionaires and millionaires. They're not paying no tax.
Yep.
You just keep all your money. Nothing goes nowhere.
Loopholes. We have to do some changing in this country. Man, my mind's just going a million miles an hour.
That's what we talked about.
Nancy Pelosi ain't running anymore. Look, man, Nancy Pelosi's not a Republican, but she's an old woman.
Say that again.
Older than old. Man, that woman is too old. And I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Chuck Grassley, man, he needs to be feeding the Grassley with his dead body because that man is too old.
And the other one that falls asleep and collapses all the time.
Oh, Mitch the Tripper? Man, I'm telling you, man, mindless Mitch, the sleeper. I'm telling you, every time they go ask him a question and he tumbles over and I think he overloads.
That's for the drama class.
That was yesterday, Trump.
Oh yeah, Trump. Let me tell you something. This is so funny. If you look at this a different way, He had all Lilly and all the the people from the drug companies in there, right?
Mhm.
And they were all taking drugs. You can see them all lit up, and the one from the Lilly company passed out, and the other one standing there, just they're standing there.
Wow.
Take a look.
I'll
at
have to go back and look at
Just
that.
take a look at it.
Wow.
They all lit up and took their drugs, and he brought the good shit. The guy
Wow.
from Lilly,
Mhm.
and he took the good shit. He's like, oh,
No way.
yeah. And then this other one, their felon that was standing there, he was like,
Jeez.
he looked over and fall over and just stood there standing like this. You know they're all lit up.
Not, yep. I tell you, I've seen what's his name, Muskrat Love.
He was all yes.
I
He got
don't
the
know
best
what,
shit, you know?
whatever he's on. I want some.
You think we're lying about this and that they're
not
so
exaggerating.
good, and they got little halos up there and they're just so good for you. No, they
Mhm.
were doing drugs. Take a look at that video
And making billions and
Yeah.
billions of dollars.
on your health.
And now they
let's
want to take away.
Let's drop the cost of Ozempic. And these
So you
big
can-
old Trumps.
We're going to lose 23 billion pounds by midterms and the election. That's a fact.
Yeah, Dr. Oz. You know, you're like the Wizard of Oz, dude.
Oh my God! The guy fainted in the meeting yesterday, and Dr. Oz said, "Is there a doctor in the house?"
Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you. They're doing drugs, and Dr. Oz was like, he was. Did you see his eyes all big? They must have had some good stuff.
Hey, did you
The
see
little-
RFK? He packed it up and walked out of that room.
Tylenol. Give him some Tylenol. Give him Tylenol.
I just listening to his voice. I can't take it. It just really annoys me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of someone's disability, but it just makes me sick listening because he has nothing to say.
He can't say it.
This guy, Mr. Brainworms, is telling us what to do with our bodies. And you know something that never gets enough attention, Henry, is what they're doing to women. What the Republican Party is doing to women, taking away their bodily autonomy. Man, they want to make it so you are forced to have a baby, even if it's your own father's. And people are still supporting this. People are being affected by the SNAP benefits being taken away. And guess who those people are? They're the people who wear this color
On their head.
on their hat.
So, should we ask them all to wear their hat to the food line?
Oh, wear your red hats. If you guys wear red hats, if you go to this turkey giveaway, please wear your red hat so we know how grateful you
How to
are.
pick you off.
But you know, here's the thing, Henry. I went to the No Kings March a few weeks ago, and I drove down Lincoln. Can I say a bad word on here? I drove down Lincoln, and you know what's here? Here's how you can tell the Trump supporters, because there's Lincoln, no, there's Broadway. No, I'm sorry. There's the Capitol, and then there's Lincoln, and then there's a park, and then there's Broadway. Well, all of the people who have left the Trump party, it seemed like all of them were in that park between Broadway and Lincoln. And they were all there, and they looked like the deer in the headlights. I mean, as I drove by, I slowed down, and I got in that far left lane right by the park, and I said, "Fuck Donald Trump!" If you heard that, that was me. And I went all the way down from Colfax to 14th shouting it. And at first people looked at me with a really shocked look in their face. By the time I got to the end of the block, they were all saying, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I hate to say this, but no one's concerned until it affects them.
Right. And this is what's going on right now.
Yeah.
They thought, oh, look at all those 7 million people. What'd they get done? It just started.
That's
the blue
happening.
wave is hitting.
You know, we talked about FAFO a long time ago. I've been talking about it. FAFO, they're finding out in droves. And you know what? They're waking up. And so if you've been a red hat guy or girl and you've been supporting this regime and all of a sudden you're waking up, welcome aboard.
Now, here's another thing that's really cool. I was able to meet the head of Antifa.
Oh!
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
tell me.
he was just, I mean, he was international president of Antifa.
Oh, man, that's a big guy.
Yeah, big guy.
Was he like 120 years old?
Yeah, and he had this big office. Yeah, big. Well, there was about 20 offices in there with all his, you know, I mean, it was so cool to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that way? And, you know, the gal, what's her name? Noam?
Oh.
She thinks it's a real thing, just like what I just said.
The real head of Antifa. I was going to tell her, it's Uncle Tifa. You know what? What
They
is
have
the
no
pho? What is the pho? Guys, if you're a Republican, if you're a Trump supporter, what is the pho in Antifa? It is fascist. So if you are Antifa, you are anti-fascism. Guess what? When we went to World War II, we were Antifa.
Against fascism.
Against the fascist.
Now, they were claiming Antifa was in Oregon with their organization, and we're going to get them and hunt them down.
Yes. And they were paid. You know, I've been to 7 marches so far this year.
Where do you go sign up to get paid?
I'm still waiting for my pay. Hey.
It is so funny to hear. Soros did it. That 96-year-old man paid everybody.
Soros paid everybody. Man, I'm waiting for my check. No.
No cash.
I would pay to be there. Because you know what? I would rather die on my feet than to live on my knees. I will not live on my knees for this government or any government. Of course, I'm old. I'm old, and I don't have a lot of years. You know, the doctor told me I'm terminally ill. I only got 30 or 40 years to live.
They told me I'm terminally ill. I won't die. You're still alive? What the hell?
No, you know.
Are you okay? They tell me, no,
Antifa.
I'm not.
If you do not support this regime, you are Antifa. If you stand up and march, if you are like me, quit cutting your hair in resistance, you are Antifa. If you keep your money on Black Friday, which I highly recommend, and Cyber Monday, you are Antifa. Save your money. Do not participate. That's how they make the biggest money of the year.
But don't forget the Latino Friday, too. How come they do it for the blacks?
Yes.
I don't get. Oh, I got mixed up. Yeah. Black Friday, you know.
Oh my God. Brown Friday, Black Friday.
Black and Chicano Friday.
Chicano Friday. Black Friday
You were
is the
thinking
biggest day. Man, yeah, I'm going somewhere else with this.
I know with that they go fight. 10,000 people fight for one TV.
I'm telling you, I've watched video of that in Walmart.
And you could buy it cheaper the day after.
Yeah.
It's a way to go fight, beat each other up. Go fight like that for your food over inside Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And see what they do.
Why should you not shop at Walmart?
Walmart?
Walmart.
Oh,
You
no.
know, I tell you,
Walmart.
that's why you don't shop at Walmart. Because Walmart, the Walton family who owns the Denver Broncos, has put more companies out of business than any company on earth.
Big time.
And they pay substandard wages so that they are subsidized by the government. And so they are incentivized.
Snap.
Yes, they have more employees on SNAP than any company.
Because they don't pay hardly.
And but the thing is, they make all of their distributors, all of their suppliers work on such a small margin, but yet they're reporting record profits every quarter.
All the time.
Every quarter, nonstop. And instead of paying a livable wage, they're getting subsidized by the government. The system is a loop, and we have to get beyond this system.
It's so interesting to watch how they do these things. I went up to Walmart the other day, so we're talking about Walmart. This guy was selling Bronco tickets. And he says, I'll give you box seats and everything. And he says, it's only $600. Box seats, $600? I'll take them. So I pull out my cash. He ran to his truck, pull out a box, said Broncos on the side of it, and gave me my box, a couple of seats. You think it's a scam?
I think you better sit carefully.
It's a scam, huh?
Oh man, it's a scam. There's everywhere you look, man. Genocide. I gotta talk about genocide, man. To my brothers and sisters who are Palestinian, I love you. Peace be upon you. I'm not a Muslim, but I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Jew. I'm just me. Since I have become me, I like myself better. I'm happier. No excuse, no apologies. But here's the thing. I just found out about the genocide happening in Darfur, in Al-Fashir, in Sudan. Did you know that is a UAE, United Arab Emirates, sponsored genocide? They are paying the RSF, who is the Rapid Support Forces, they're paying them to supply gold to them. And the ASF, or the SAF, is the Sudanese Armed Forces, and they are trying to defend all the people. Well, these RSF coming in, and they're brutally murdering children. I mean, you see,
and women.
and women, raping young girls. Those that they're not raping, they're just going and fondling them in front of their husbands and in front of their children. And it's all because they want the African gold. The UAE wants the gold.
And that's what they did with USAID.
Yes.
So that way they can starve them, and part
Yes.
of it, and then that's the United States. And also in Israel, giving them all the bombs.
Yes. Non-stop.
Rubio went and gave them all these bombs and just blowing them to pieces.
Denying there is a genocide.
Pretending like, how did these buildings get so wrecked?
Yep. I mean,
Because of Hamas.
please look
Hamas
at before
is
and after
just
footage.
defending themselves. That's defense. That's not
If,
offense.
if someone came and tried to take your home, you would defend yourself and your home with every fiber of your being, and they should too.
And they're starving these poor kids.
Yes.
You know, starving.
Yesterday, Kazakhstan, Morocco, crud, I can't think of the other two countries, recognized Israel as a state. Well, they don't recognize Palestinians as a country. How can this be? So, we have the UAE and Israel funding the biggest genocides that we have on earth. The one in Sudan, they say, is the biggest human catastrophe on earth right now. Even worse than genocide going on in Palestine. Why? Because they've already killed everybody there.
Yeah, they weren't done. Now he's trying to go out to this other country and blow up boats. There's no way those boats can make it to the U.S. A little tough.
No.
That's
These
maybe
are not
300 miles.
These are fishermen.
Yes.
There's and he leaves no evidence and no proof that he is, like I say, judge, jury, and executioner.
What right does he have to go start murdering? Now he's not only murdering them, he's genociding Africa, genociding.
That's what happens when
Gaza.
you make someone the Secretary of War.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you start the War Department. You look for war.
Calling all the generals and give them and they're all looking at him like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
They looked at him like, "You're a piece of you're."
Because they put they put a spike collar around hangover, hand me another one, Pete Hegseth. Whiskey Leaks Pete.
He didn't.
The warmonger,
Up
the
there walking
mediocre
around.
white male.
Up there walking around like he's talking to the generals.
Talking to them like they're privates.
Yeah, not even private.
Oh, my
talking to them
God.
like they were just a bunch of kids.
Oh.
And do you see the looks on some of those guys' faces? What they should have did is went outside. 5 or 10 of them got together. Okay,
We're taking you out.
taking
That's
you
what
out.
I said. Where are you?
Yes,
Where are you,
why
military?
don't
All
they-
enemies, foreign and domestic.
Why don't they take them out?
Hangover Pete.
Yes.
You know, and then he got VD. Pete got VD. He thought only the privates could get it.
Well, they're trying to get rid of the JAG too. They try to get rid of all of the JAG.
Yeah. The JAG is the Judge Advocate General, the military system of the military.
Yes.
And they have what's called the UCMJ, which is the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Right.
It's separate from the United States form of justice. And so.
It controls that, and they're trying to get rid of it.
Wow.
And they've already, throughout some of the generals, throughout some of their safeguards, that's our only safeguard against this crazy man.
This
But
is
it's not just
insane.
him. There's those ones behind him, like Pee Wee German, you know?
Oh man, the little Skippy Nazi. Man, oh man, I heard he's only 4'11".
Yeah, that's why
Man.
his wife.
And he
was-
sounds like Pauly Shore. Looks like Pauly Shore without hair.
Did you see why Musk had a black eye? Because his wife was. They were having a little bit of
Yeah.
fling fling in
Yeah,
there.
she left him. She left his little Nazi boy. I can't think of any other term to describe that guy. How much hate do you have to have, little Joseph Goebbels Jr.?
Where are you coming up with this stuff?
You know who Joseph Goebbels was? He was the propaganda ministry of Nazi Germany.
That's right.
And he's the guy who said the statement, if you repeat a lie often enough, it
They'll
becomes
believe it,
truth.
yes. And just like I was telling you, you had Lily Company and everybody in there. Everybody looked stoned as hell.
Man, I got to go back and look at that footage.
Oh my gosh! And Trump is standing there like he's stuck. You know, like he's stuck. Like he just.
Oh
took
yeah,
some-
he'd
he's
open his eyes every once in a while, and then he'd roll back.
stuck, yeah, and the other one
And they talk
passed
about
out.
Joe Biden being sleepy.
Sleepy Joe.
Where's the outcry, people? When Joe Biden had any kind of an episode like this,
They
you were, and not just
massacred him.
Democrat, not just Republican, the media, everybody.
Got after him.
But yet, crickets. Donald Trump gets on stage and rambles. He turns and walks into walls. He wanders around the stage. The Prime Minister of Japan had to lead him
Oh,
around like a
Lord.
lost puppy. And not a
Her
word.
mouth even fell open when he saluted the flag.
The band.
Saluted the band.
I'm telling you, I don't know what he was. And she turned him around. Well, we're here, Mr. President. The man is way worse than Joe Biden ever was.
Oh, how did he get in there? How the hell? And you can't get him out. He made sure to have the Supreme Court put into play. You cannot prosecute this guy.
Man, he's like it's like the parasite of parasites.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you're just joining us, you're watching KUHS The Stream, and this is the Weekend Boost. I am your host, Paul Lane, and today I am having my friend and jefe, the station manager and owner of KUHS, Mr. Henry Archuleta, one of the biggest community activists you'll ever know, and someone who really cares about you.
And you know what, talking about this turkey giveaway, and you probably have seen from way in the past, I've always done food drive concerts.
Mm-hmm.
I've always done food drives of some sort, and this year I was really looking for something to push. And I couldn't think. I said, I got to do something to help people. You know, last year we were pushing the food bank of the Rockies and other food banks. This year, this came into my email.
Wow.
The very next day that I was thinking, man, I wish I could find something. Bam, there it was.
And there it is.
So don't forget, November 22nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be, that's right, Operation Freebird. That's right. Operation Freebird consists of, you get a voucher for a turkey, you get a box full of food and fixings for Thanksgiving, as well as enough in that box to hold you up a whole week, a whole family, a whole week. That's why there's such a big turnout. Last year they had, close to 2,500 people, and they only could give out 1,300 boxes. But then they give out some vouchers for food because it's the food bank of the Rockies. Now, this year, we're pushing it, and get your donations over to the Adams County Sheriff's Department or their website or their Facebook pages or any of their social media on Instagram and wherever they're located, and make donations to them so they can put together more boxes. They have enough time to get more boxes for you. And we're going to try to go up to at least 3,000. We're going to try to double this by pushing it here at KUHS.
So please tell your friends and family, this is a big event. And again, it is November 22nd, Saturday, 2 weeks from today. And it is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 201 West 70th Avenue. And that is Mountain States Toyota.
Plenty of room to park. That's a big facility. So there'll be plenty of room for everybody. But like I said, this year I think it's going to be massive because of what's going on with this person that we have inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he loves blowing up boats. He likes doing genocide. He likes blowing up Iran and doing all these, he don't care. So to do this to his own people in Oregon, Chicago, and LA, and then now.
And more states to come.
Yeah, and starving off everybody off a SNAP and trying to pretend like it's got to do with the Democrats. They don't run the House. They're not part of the Senate, the Congress, the White House, or the Supreme Court. It's all controlled by him and his buddies.
This is absolute power.
And it's got to do also with the Epstein files.
It all has to go back to the Epstein files.
Now, here's what's
his name is in the Epstein files.
I can't ever pronounce that name, the last name of the senator from Arizona. She is the daughter of a Arizona senator or congressman that came here to KUHS studios back when we were pushing Bernie Sanders. So I met her dad, and he's a really cool guy. So she took over his position in Arizona, but they will not, take her into the
They will not swear her in.
at all.
They refuse. Mike Johnson, Grinder Mike, refuses to bring her to swear her in.
He even blamed Pelosi. He blamed that we're out of session. He blamed that we don't do this. He blamed that all these excuses.
And still continues to make excuses and blame the Democrats. Ultimately, that's where the blame goes.
And because they won't open the government, we can't give you SNAP. SNAP is completely opposite, different than the government. The government, you're starving off all the military, you're starving off the air traffic controllers, you're starving off everybody.
And literally, planes are falling out of the sky. I mean,
did you see the UPS?
Yeah. You know, I had a next door neighbor. He was a UPS pilot.
Yeah.
And I hope he's retired, but I know he was not one of the 3 pilots killed. But they're compromising in all different areas. You know what? There's flight attendants coming on and saying, "Do not get on a plane.
Yes.
Do not get in a plane." And man, when you start hearing that from airline, employees,
something's not right.
that's scary. And it's not an indictment on the industry. It's an indictment on the regulation. It's an indictment on the restrictions. It's an indictment on the policies of this administration. And the policies dictate that the people, the masses, are not going to get what they are entitled to and have every right to.
And I was going to ask you, when you throw down or you demolish or desecrate an iconic building that belongs to the government, wouldn't you get thrown in prison?
Without authority?
Mm-hmm.
Without a business, without any kind of drawing for a new building? Yeah.
And also, wouldn't you get in trouble for not going to the EPA and everybody else to look over what's inside the
Because it's filled with asbestos?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that
You got none.
Having been from the construction industry and having been an OSHA instructor, there are very strict requirements to demolish a building that has asbestos in it.
And that one was full of it.
This structure was completely open to the air, and it was knocked down, and you could see dust plumes floating down the street. It was just like 9/11 all over again, except this time it was much more controlled.
And then what he did, he, like you said, he didn't pay the demolition.
And he didn't pay the demolition company. Whoa, surprise! Can you imagine that guy signing the contract saying, "Okay, we'll do this for you, Mr. President. We'll get this done." And then they get him done. He says, "Get lost."
Get lost.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, man. We don't just leave it like that.
I remembered
Who's
something.
doing the construction of the
ACE construction
of the
or something.
the ballroom?
Oh, there's no construction slated, as far as I understand. He hasn't built the demo company, and they may be the construction company.
Oh Lord.
So,
I don't think so. Do you think so?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this: I don't see any progress there.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
It's just jacked up.
Nothing but a bad memory of a
And
beautiful
he also
structure.
took out the rose garden.
Oh, made it into a parking lot. He's going to let Melania Trump decorate it with black trees.
What about having no dogs in the house and no flowers? He has no flowers or dogs in the house.
You know, every president
Had
in
a
history
dog.
has had a dog.
Yeah.
He can't have a dog because they bite his ass. I don't know. I don't know. The man has no compassion for, when I get up in the morning, I have a little Yorkshire Terrier, and I pick her up and I hug her and I take her outside, and she don't even walk to the door. I carry her to the door and put her down. I love that dog. You know what? She gives me warm feelings and loves on me. This man is not capable of that, from what I have observed.
Well, when I wake up in the morning, I catch hell, and they say, "What do you?" And I'll make breakfast. Get the hell out of here. My neighbor should not be like that. She should not be like that.
Well, get out of their house.
No, it's not like that. But you gotta have a little bit of humor here.
Hey, we talked about Native American Heritage Month, and there is a story that I want to relay to you, and I know you probably have never heard this, but this is a mind blower. In 1864, Governor John Evans decreed that it is legal to kill and take the land of any Native American. It is legal. You have right to do that. Well, here's the disturbing part about that. That law stayed in effect until 2022.
Wow.
Jared Polis rescinded that law.
Mm.
So that's the government of this country and their attitude towards Native Americans. And just on a side note, Native American reservations are concentration camps.
Big time.
Oh, and ICE detention camps are concentration camps. Did you hear the latest? Kristi Noem now wants to go up and buy up all of the Amazon warehouses
To
house people
who
are American citizens, who are opposed to the dictatorship. That's what they're doing. They are literally buying.
What are they trying to do, though? What's their
They
goal?
want to make. house prisons so that anyone who opposes them can be silenced. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not going to live on my knees, and you shouldn't either.
Well, he's got the DOJ, the one gal there. She's like, I just, I'll prosecute anybody. Then she got Noam. Oh, well, just
Shoot your dog.
shoot your dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Man, I'm telling you, the whole list goes down. Who's the officer? The guy on the OMB vote. Oh, what a slimy. I don't care.
What do you think of him?
I think he's a slime ball.
Yeah,
I think the greed and the evil, and if you follow this money, I think when all this said and done, when all of these people are gone, and when all the indictments start to flow, I hope a big one goes on his ass.
Yeah, he comes out there and like he looks like he's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like he must have been taking some of the drugs.
Hey man, he was one of the writers. He was one of the key authors of Project 2025. Peter Coors of Coors Beer.
Another
Project 2025. Heritage Foundation. Don't buy Blue Moon. Don't buy Coors Beer. Don't buy Miller's Light. Don't buy Coors products. Don't buy Goya. The president of Goya, the CEO of Goya, is a huge, huge Trump supporter. He sells all his food to Mexicanos and Latinos in America while he's cheering for them to be put in concentration camps. That's why you shouldn't buy Goya. Why
So
shouldn't?
how come you don't send the ice into some of these other cities and other places that?
Isn't that interesting? And you know what else is interesting? How he's prosecuting and imprisoning all of these immigrants, but none of the business owners.
How come?
Oh, I heard, I don't know if it was Kid Rock or one of these guys that's going to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
What? That is like, they're just holding on to the coats of the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And that, she was over there with Vance. Did you see that?
Oh, man,
Those
yeah.
two are having-
Kirk's wife.
Yeah.
The way she hugged him, put her hands in his hair.
They're
Shit.
having an affair, you know.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And then he comes on and he says, I wish my wife were a Christian.
Yeah, and so let's just get rid of her, deport her, and we'll be together forever.
You know what's that is so fascinating. I don't know why that is. His wife is a brown woman.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance's wife is a brown man. Pee Wee German, Millimeter Steve, his wife is a Latina woman. Why would a brown woman marry a little nut job like that? Sorry.
Well, she went
Off
with
track.
Elon Musk, remember?
And then she went with Elon Musk. But you know why? Because they like someone they can dominate. They like someone they can be superior to. It's the male ego. It's the patriarchy. I'm telling you, the patriarchy is the thing that has to go. Sorry.
You know, why did they? I can't understand how they would even go with. I mean, well, you know, what's her name? The gal of what's the name of that thing that Charlie Kirk was running?
Erica Kirk.
No, what's the name of the Turning Point?
Turning Point.
Yeah. Now that's a crock of crap.
Call themselves a Christian organization.
That's just a cloak. That's just a cloak.
That's a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give
that
us your
is a
money.
front.
Let's give us your money, and I'll come out in all white.
Mm-hmm. Not a tear. Not a tear. She was not a tear. That just reminds me of ooh, our Navy, ooh, our Navy, ooh, our Navy. Oh,
where are you getting this from? That's good.
That
for
was
the drama.
Melania Trump.
Good for the drama class.
Ooh, our Navy. Ooh, our Navy.
Melania.
And you know, in Slovenian, uwa is a bad word. It's like a degrading word, and she's probably sitting there saying.
And they got all the pictures of her naked up there, and she was a prostitute who came over here.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Lesbian. I mean, I'm not against gay people at all.
No. It's just that what she really is.
Yeah. And she's standing there with this prim and proper house face, you know, and it's like, oh, come on, we see right through you. Well, some of us do.
Some of us do.
You know, I mean, the position of First Lady, whether it's the governor or whether it's the president's wife or spouse, has always been held in high regard. But I cannot have high regard for a woman who wears a coat that says, I don't really care.
Yeah, plus Epstein had her before Trump had her, and then
she's sloppy seconds.
Surge or fours. It was sloppy ninths. You know, come on.
And then she came here on the Einstein visa. Come on, this woman is the woman that plagiarized the speech of Michelle Obama.
Oh, remember that? Yeah.
Almost word for word the speech of another person.
Have a real bright.
No one will guess. No
Here's
one will
what
guess.
they do. I always see them do this, and they always come up with something like they're trying to really get after the mayor-elect.
Mm-hmm.
A Muslim this, and they're out trying to bring him down.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I made some observations about this race. All of my life, ever since I was a kid, I was told that Muslims were bad people.
Yeah.
And if you're Muslim, I apologize for ever thinking that,
It's
because
just a religion, ain't it?
I've had the opportunity to meet Muslim people, and every single one of them, without exception, has been so kind, so generous, so humble, and so loving. I mean it. So, one, we have erased that negative thought about Muslims. Two, democratic socialists.
They make that bad too.
We have demonized that name over. Capitalism is best. Capitalism is best. We believe that so much that even the hint of the word democratic socialist is a sin. But guess what? The mail system, democratic socialism. The police system, well, originally that started as slave hunters.
Oh, you're slave hunters.
But democratic socialism. Social Security, democratic socialism. The fire department, democratic socialism. Guess what? When America was at its highest point, we were under a democratic socialist president. Don't be fooled. Capitalism only works if there's a winner and there's a loser. It has to be a rich class and a poverty class. It can't work otherwise. So there has to be a winner and a loser. When you play the game Monopoly, what happens at the end of the game, Henry?
You know, somebody wins and somebody loses.
You stand up and flip the board over.
I never tried that. I'm doing that.
I'm telling you, that's the way to win the game. Hey, you win. But here's what happens. The game is over. All of the real estate's being bought up. All of the farmland's being bought up.
And
all of the food sources.
How are they buying those farmlands up? Making them go out of business? And
Yep.
you know who's...
And it's all under the vice president.
Yes.
Yep.
He invests in that stuff. So does
Yep.
the other one. Boyd and all those rest of them. They're investing in those farmlands. Buying
Yep.
them dirt cheap.
Buying them dirt cheap. Because they're getting them for the tax money.
That's right.
Because they can't even pay their taxes. And then they're going to start controlling the food.
Yes, they already are there.
I don't know, Henry, man. This
Well,
really bothers me.
Well, you start with the SNAP. You're controlling food. You start making everybody go hungry. That's when the riots.
What did Louis Farrakhan say, Henry, about that?
Yeah, he says,
We need to...
take control of it ourselves. We need to make sure that we're within ourselves. Don't be dependent on the teat
Of the teat of the government.
of the government.
Did you know that the Black Panthers were attacked by the government when they started feeding people?
And that was Wicks.
They started the WIC program.
Mm-hmm.
Women, infants, and children. That was started by the Black Panthers.
That's right. And they
And
made
what
the
did they
Black
do?
Panthers as they were a bad group.
Mm-hmm.
And they were an awesome group. They were protecting all the people of color and stuff like that. So
Yep.
it was interesting to where it's at now. They took control of that too.
They took control of that. And so don't let goodness become a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And don't bow down to a government that's going to try to make you hate your neighbor. Because division is the name of the game. When you can divide, you can conquer. United, we stand. Divided, they win.
That's right. That's right.
There has never been a time when this country needs to unite as one as there is now. Not in this lifetime.
That's right.
There's never been a time when we have to recognize the indiscrepancies or the corruption or the evil of our own government as there is now.
It's interesting that you and I, you know, we go back a long, long ways, even to the time when they killed Martin Luther King, and he was rallying to have blacks vote.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah,
of that?
how dare him?
Yeah. How dare him?
And what did they do? They discredited him. That's what they do here in this country. They discredit you.
Yeah.
And they try to give you a bad name. They try to make you an evil person. They dehumanize you.
But J. Edgar Hoover was a good guy. But
Oh,
yet
man, who?
he was a
Cross-dresser? Gay?
Gay, and cross-dresser had his hidden lover in the house with him.
While he was out attacking gay people.
Yes.
Why? If you're gay, why are you attacking Mike Johnson? I mean, if you're gay and you're a government leader, why are you attacking other gay people? Is it your own self that when you look in the mirror, do you hate that person you see?
Well, he's in the Epstein files too.
I believe he is. I believe he was one of the go boys. I'm sorry.
No.
Fembot. You're a fembot. When you listen to Mike Johnson talk, man, that's...
I'm telling you, you just have to listen to us.
I don't
Well,
know,
no, if
just
you
his
really listen
singing
to him,
voice.
I don't know anything about that. I'll look
yeah.
into it. I
Because my
don't
wife's
know.
home on her knees praying.
I don't know anything. Well, I'll look into that. Everything is I don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the government. He's a Speaker of the House, but I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I haven't. I heard about it, but I haven't really read up on it to see what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he says. all the time.
Guys,
all them Democrats.
if
They
you-
open up the government.
Yep. That's you're right. That's
How
exactly
do they
what he
open
does.
up the government? They're not in control of anything.
Hmm. So, guys, if you are blaming the Democrats for this shutdown, think about this. Who owns the House, the Senate, and the presidency?
And the Supreme Court.
And the Supreme Court, bought and paid for. Man, if I ever win the lotto, I'm going to buy Clarence Thomas. Because they all for sale. They own all branches of government, and yet they can't even keep the government open. And they have insisted that it's someone else's fault. Like you say, Mike Johnson, well, I don't know anything about that. Mike Johnson, you gotta go. Guys, if you're on TikTok, look up Gia Prism. I follow her. She's a psychic. She's having some really good revelations, some very good readings on psychic readings, talking about Mike Johnson specifically and what is she sees in the future coming up. And Gia Prism has put out 50 I told you so moments, and I was a doubter until yesterday. And she said, I'm going to give you 6 I told you so moments from Gia Prism. GIAPRISM. TikTok. Go follow her.
What are some of them? Just give us a hint.
She said that everything is collapsing and that everyone's going to turn against everyone. She said that eventually, this one has yet to come, Mike Johnson is going to be locked in a room and they're going to be pounding on the door and he's going to take the fall for all of this.
Oh, Lord.
She sees people being handcuffed. She sees people being held accountable. She sees justice being done. And she also sees the termination of the life of a certain individual.
Wow.
And very soon, before the year's end. And for a long time, because you remember they said that I've never believed in the rapture myself, but they said the rapture was going to come. That was not psychics. But they said that he had a stroke and that he was dead. All the psychics were saying that. They were making a lot of predictions. None of them came true. So a lot of people said, I'm not listening to psychics anymore. But Gia Prism has been very consistent.
But he's been dodging the Epstein files, and I think that's what's really holding this out.
All of it seems to all root right back to that one thing.
And the thing is, the prince on the other side of the world, right?
Even the royalty said no more.
Yeah, take him
Why?
out, get him out of there.
Because they know what's in those files,
and they know what's coming,
and they know what happened, and they know what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, in the grand jury trial that they had, there's a testimony of a girl who was molested by the now president of the United States.
right?
Molested brutally, tied to a bed, and worse. That's prime evidence.
Big time.
25 women have come forward and said they were sexually harassed. Now, I could see if 2 or 3 came out, or 3 or 4, but 25, even if some of them are false, some of them are real. Grab them by the
Punani.
punani.
There we go.
I'm sorry, but it ain't punani season. Donald Trump, you got to be held accountable. Donald Trump, you took it upon yourself to call me the enemy of the people, the enemy from within. I loved my country. I served my country. You didn't. I served my country. I have my honorable discharge. You don't.
Has nothing but bone spurs.
He's a mediocre white male. Even look at his college transcripts, which are very hard to find. You'll see that he had mediocre grades. He had a mediocre life. He used to beat up on his freaking Sundays, his school teachers.
Throw rocks at his friends.
Throw rocks at his friends. He even conned his own siblings out of their inheritance from his father.
And there's a book that we have that we keep promoting here that's done by AI. If you really want to get to the grit, my God, it's deep.
Man, this book, they turn the IQ up to the analysis, the AI analyst, up to an IQ of 500, right?
500.
And just make this individual as an individual, not as a no name, nothing.
Yes.
And it said, based on all of these behaviors, this man is a psychopath. He's a sociopath.
They put all these things behind him.
And it's a whole book of details that are factual, not
And
opinion.
how is he even running loose? You know, how is he even running loose?
How is he running loose?
Mhm.
I don't understand it.
Me either. And is the president of our country bashing down the White House, and it's not even
It's not his White House.
It's not his property.
Yeah.
And who's that ballroom gonna be deeded to after he builds it?
Guys, it's been a fast hour. I always love my time with Henry because it just goes so damn fast and we have so many things to talk about. I hope we have opened your eyes. I hope we've informed you to some degree. I hope that you believe that you are in control of your own destiny. Thank you for following us. This is the Weekend Boost. I am Paul Lane, your host, and this is Mr. Jefe, Henry
Yeah.
Archuleta.
Thanks for having me, man.
So good to have you, Henry.
I always say that.
All
Everybody
right.
says that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We have some legislators that are going to be coming on board. I don't have their names off the top of my head, but it's going to be a great show. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for joining us.